Good morning, students. Today we are going to study about geography, chapter number 4. That is the composition and structure of the atmosphere. Clear? So, first of all, when we talk about the composition of the atmosphere, so first we know the definition of atmosphere. What do you mean by the atmosphere? Understand? So, first of all, I am going to discuss you about the atmosphere. So, all of you underline in your book, the blanket of air that surround the earth is called atmosphere. Means the blanket of air which surround the earth layer is called atmosphere. This you underline in your copy book. Do you know what's keep the atmosphere at its place? The atmosphere is held around the earth due to the earth gravitational pull. These all things we are going to study in this chapter about the composition and structure of the atmosphere. So first of all, we know the definition of atmosphere. The blanket of air that surround the earth is called atmosphere. Understand? The condition of the atmosphere that a particular place in determine what type of weather and climate it has. Means we know in the previous class also I was tell you about the difference between the atmosphere and difference between the climate and weather. Okay, we know that climate, when we talk about, it is a long period of a time. When we talk about the weather, it is a short period of a time. So whatever the condition of atmospheres are there, or whatever the climates and weather conditions are there, it can be depend upon our particular of a condition of the atmosphere. Change in the condition bring out the change in the weather and climate. If the atmosphere can be changed, then our climate and weather can be also changed. This change affect our lives too. Discuss in the class what about how weather and climate change affect and lifestyle of the people. When we talk about the atmosphere, means these atmospheres can play the very important role in human beings life. Okay, like we talk about the weather, you know, weather, when we talk about the previous 1 and 2 month, we know that there is a heat stroke is there. Okay, the very heat is there in our area. Alright, so what now this time when we talk about the monsoon or weather is the very pleasant good also. Okay, so this is what, this is changing in the atmosphere. Okay, these all things which are the changing, it can affect the human life. If flood is coming, if cyclone is coming, it's also affect the human life. So the atmosphere and the climate and weather, these all things are very changing. Their changing can be affect the lifestyle of the people. Now composition of the atmosphere, we talk about the composition of the atmosphere. So I hope you can understand about the atmosphere and its definition. We see about the composition. The composition of the atmosphere. The atmosphere consists of mixture of gases. We know that what is air? Air is a mixture of gases. Like this also in the atmosphere, it is the mixture of gases. Underline this point, it is the mixture of gases. Water vapor, dust particles, pollen grains and many impurities like smoke, salt and other chemical are present in varying quantities in atmosphere. These, when we talk about the composition of atmosphere, there is a different types of gases can be also present. Like water vapor, in air water vapor is present. Now we know about the humidity. Okay, dust particles can be also present. Pollen grain, many impurities like smoke and salt and other chemicals are present in this our atmosphere. The pollution can be also present with the help of air in this our atmosphere. Clear? So these all impurity things can be present. It is a consist of a mixture of gases. The main constituent gases are nitrogen, underline 78, and oxygen about 21. Underline this point. And remaining 1% oxygen about 21. The remaining 1% is made up of gas like carbon dioxide, argon, hydrogen, helium, and ozone. So here we see there are the different gases can be also present. Means the nitrogen can be present in our atmosphere, that is the 78%. Oxygen can be present about 21%, and the remaining 1% gas are there, that is the carbon dioxide, argon, hydrogen, helium and ozone. So students, we know the definition of atmosphere. What is atmosphere? The blanket of air that surround the earth is called atmosphere. We know about how the atmosphere can affect the human lifestyle of the people. What are the composition of the atmospheres are there, and the main constituents gases which can be present in our atmosphere. These all things we are going to discuss in this, we have discussed in this chapter of introduction. Thank you very much.